What's up, guys, and welcome back to the Realistic Crimo. This is episode number 66, and as you can tell by the title, this is going to be a bumper transfer special. And we kick off with the news that Captain Harry Maguire has left the club. He is heading to Scotland to play for Rangers. I felt like this was a good enough deal. I was looking to get rid of Harry Maguire at some point anyway, and I felt like him going to Rangers was a bit, it's realistic. So now we need a new centre back on our books, and there were four names I was looking to replace Maguire with. John Stones now at Frankfurt, Sven Botman, the former Newcastle player at Villarreal, Mohamed Simakan, who is at Freiburg, or William Saliba of Napoli. And I felt like looking at the stats, looking at where these teams were in their respective leagues, I thought Simakan would be the perfect shout to slot in at that right centre-back role. Obviously now playing for Freiburg, who I had a look at the Bundesliga table, and they are sat in 12th, 1 point above the drop zone. So I think Simakan, the French centre-back, he's just too good to be playing in that area of the league. Obviously a former Leipzig player. For some reason now he's gone to Freiburg. Bit of an interesting choice, but he's 25 years old, 84 rated. This guy is the real deal. Big fan of him. And instead of offering just cash, we ended up offering cash plus Armel Bella-Kotchap. And even though we have to replace Maguire with another centre-back, getting rid of another centre-back doesn't really make sense. But in the back of my mind, I was kind of willing to let Bella-Kotchap go as well. And if I could use him as a make-weight in this deal and save us a bit of cash, I was well up for that. So we ended up agreeing on a fee of around £36.25 million plus Bella-Kotchap, who will be going back to his home country of Germany. He's heading to Freiburg, and Simakan is going to be heading to the City Ground. As we see here, confirmation, Freiburg in 13th at the moment, struggling in the league. Simakan is way too good to be battling relegation in the Bundesliga. Bella-Kotchap, he did decent for us. He filled in quite well when he needed to, but I just didn't think he was progressing well enough. And, we're now at a point in the season where we're competing for potentially a league title. We want to go on a European run. I need good depth in this team, and Bella-Kotchap just wasn't up to the standard. So Simakan will come in. He will come in as my starting right centre-back as well. This guy is class, honestly. If you know him or if you used him, you will know how good this man can be. So Simakan, he joins on a 4-year deal. We increase his wages from what he was on. I think he went up about 15 or 20 grand. Obviously wanted to get him on a good package deal. He's also got a good bonus reward as well for some clean sheets, which hopefully he can keep, But he won't take the number 2. I think we do change his number actually. But Mohamed Simakan, welcome to the City Ground. We are not messing around now. We've got a huge transfer budget. I think we had about 150, 200 million available to us. I've sort of been not saving it up, but just not spending it. Now is the time to spend. And Simakan, we give him the number 4 shirt. He will be our right centre-back going into the club. And what a hot start this has been to the episode. Maguire gone, Simakan in. What an upgrade. And we still have just over 150 million left in our war chest. And with Bella-Kotchap gone, that means we need another centre-back, And all of a sudden, we signed Kilman and Adarabioyo in the summer. We've now signed Simakan, and we're going to sign one other centre-back. So it's going to be a whole new look back for. And the other centre-back I wanted to go for, we went back to Germany, to Frankfurt. John Stones, the former Barnsley, Everton and Manchester City centre-back. 31 years old now, but still 84 rated, playing in the Bundesliga with Frankfurt, who are sat in 7th place in the league. Yeah, I think he's just a quality player, and yes, he's 31. He's only a year shy of Maguire's age. I just think he is the perfect replacement. I guess he'll be replaced Maguire on the bench because Simakan's going to come straight into the side. John Stones, I just think he's been there, he's done it. He's won the treble with City, he's won multiple titles. What a player to bring in to help us lead this team to try and get a league title back to the City Ground. So yeah, John Stones comes in for around the £30 million mark. We give him the number 6 shirt. And all of a sudden, I think we've upgraded our centre backs brilliantly. We've gone from Maguire and Bella Kotchap to John Stones and Simican. Unbelievable. I'm incredibly happy with that, but the business will not be done there. We reject an offer for a loan deal for Oscar Greenwood from Wolves. As we see the objectives, they want us to sign 2 crucial players. So we signed 1 crucial player, that was Simican, and then we gave John Stones the important role, not the crucial role. So we still need to sign 1 other crucial player to complete that particular objective. Man City and Pep Guardiola come in with a huge bid, 65 million for our young star Benjamin Farmer. We reject it. And then our semi-rivals, I guess, Leicester, come in for Alexander Isak. And then we have a couple of interesting offers here. Victor Cyankov, an offer from Diego Simeone's Atletico Madrid. Now, Cyankov was an interesting one. I had an idea of selling potentially a couple of players this transfer window. Maguire was one of them. Cyankov, I wasn't going to put him up for transfer, but if an offer came in for him, I would negotiate it because I just felt like this season the Ukrainian just hasn't really been hitting the strides. 22 games, he's got 1 goal and 4 assists. And I know it's not all about the stats, but they are important. And I just think in games I've noticed he's gone missing. So we sat down with the Atletico Madrid manager and tried to negotiate a deal. Unfortunately, we couldn't come to an agreement. And I'm not just going to sell him for any price. I want to get the right price for Cyankov if he does go. So we couldn't come to an agreement there. However, one of our attackers does leave the club. Someone I wasn't thinking of selling, Brereton Diaz, the Chilean, who has had next to no game time this year. He was a wonder sub off the bench last year. Great rotation player, scored so many goals, but this year he's fallen down the pecking order massively. With Johnson's rise, it's he and a 1 year the starting strikers. Then you've got Isak, and then Hosselu's been starting in Europe, and now we've got the youngster Nathan Noble coming through the side as well. I just think Brereton Diaz, maybe his time is up. So we actually accept a bid from Atalanta for the Chilean. We get a decent price for him as well. So going into the first game of the episode is Accrington Stanley in the FA Cup 3rd round, and Brereton Diaz would get a start. His final appearance for Nottingham Forest. Alongside him up top would be Nathan Noble making his senior debut. This kid has the potential to be special tag, so I'm super excited to see how he plays. We're not going to send him back out on loan. We're going to keep him in the squad. We make, I think, 9 other changes along with those 2 as well. We rotate massively as we face the League 2 side, who are 3rd in their league, by the way. So they're hot in form right now, Stanley, not to be messed with. Well, we would take a 1-0 lead after Noble saw a shot saved by the Stanley keeper, denied a debut goal. He became provider, feeding Brereton Diaz, showing that clinical finishing that Atalanta are so keen to bring into the Serie A. Love that he got a goodbye goal. It was a quiet first half. Apart from that, second half starts and 2 of the youngsters link up. Noble into Greenwood, but Greenwood's shot is saved before we sub off Rakitic for Ezra George, giving a couple of the youth players some good minutes in this cup game. We're still in a busy period, so I want to rotate the squad as much as possible. John Stones, you would have seen there as well, given his debut. He is involved in this build-up from one end to the other. Goalkeeper to John Stones, he plays out wide to the left. We rotate it through the middle. Nathan Noble finally gets the ball, but his shot is tipped around the post. Then on the 72nd minute mark, Brereton Diaz is he's subbed off, and I wish EA would add in so he could sort of get a standing ovation, knowing that it's his last game for the club. That we could recognise that. I wanted to give him a standing ovation as he subbed off for the last time for Forest, and he's been an incredible servant for this club. He's been fantastic, scored plenty of big goals, but I'm happy to see him move on and get some game time in Italy. His replacement Hosselu would get the 2nd goal of the game. Nathan Noble again turning provider, 2 assists for the debutant, and we see this game out 2-0. John Stones, in the interview here, it kind of annoys me. They talk about John Stones having a bit of a poor debut. I don't really understand what they want from him. Do they want him to score? He's a centre-back. He's just come in and kept a clean sheet. I thought he played really well. But yeah, and then they were asking about why Simikan didn't make his debut again. I want Simikan in the Prem game, so we didn't feel it was fit to start him in the FA Cup. As we see Brereton Diaz's departure confirmed in the very sad montage there. £27.3 million we got for the Chilean. Happy with that deal, to be honest, and hope he bags loads of goals in Serie A. Will Swan, I don't know how this guy's still on our books. He's been with the club since we took over in season 1. We've sent him out on loan every year. Somehow he still has a contract, so put him up for sale, and we accepted a bid here. And then Tottenham came in for Viktor Cyankov again. Like I said before, I'm not going to put him up for transfer, but if the right offer comes in, I will negotiate. And the North London club did come in for him last season. We said no, but this time we sat down with, it's Antonio Conte, apparently. I mean, it feels like Tottenham have gone through about 3 managers since Conte, now under Ange Postecoglou, of course. But we sit down with the Italian and we finally agree on a £60.7 million transfer fee for Viktor Cyankov. The Ukrainian is on his way to London. What a brilliant player he's been for us, Cyankov. Honestly, again, like Brereton Diaz, scored so many big goals. He's been involved in so many moments. Scored a couple of free kicks for us as well. Incredible set piece taker. Plenty of assists from corners. And we, of course, got him on the free transfer market as well. It was crazy to think that we got him, I think, back in season... Was it season 1? It was either season 1 or season 2 we got Cyankov. He's been with us for a fair while. We signed him on a free. We make pure profit off of him. But he is now on his way to Tottenham for a nice fee, 60 million. And we are now going to have to replace Cyankov with an attacking player. And I've got one in mind. But before that, we will play our second game of the episode. It's Newcastle away, the Magpies, who are in this group at the top with us. Always a tough game, St James's Park away. So we know that we are in for a battle here. Patrick Schick, now playing for Newcastle, left Chelsea for the Magpies. He always seems to score against us. I hate playing against this guy. And he would actually have a really good chance here, but it was saved by Dean Henderson. You would have seen as well, we gave Simikan his debut. He comes into the side alongside Max Kilman. What a centre-back pairing that is. Well, it was a quiet first half. Going into the second half, Viktor Cyankov had a great chance to seal his final Forest appearance with a goal, but it wasn't to be. And then Simikan came up with a huge block actually before Dean Henderson makes an interesting save. I think it was offside anyway. And then Brennan Johnson's fed down the line. He finds a Wonyi and Taiwo. This guy cannot be stopped. We take a 1-0 lead at St James's Park. This was a really tight affair, a game between two teams who are brilliant going forward and very stubborn defensively. We managed to seal the victory though. With just under half an hour to go, we bagged that goal through Taiwo, our top scorer, and he seals the victory for us. What a big win that is, 1-0 away at St James's Park. Again, they're asking me about Simikan's debut. I thought he was brilliant. Coming into the side on your debut to keep a clean sheet away at Newcastle, it's a fantastic feat. And there you see it, we are still top of the league, 2 points ahead of Liverpool. Newcastle drop out of the top 8, I think, after that defeat. So that is a huge dub for us. As we see, Cyankov's deal is confirmed. £56 million will go to our transfer budget. He was sold for just over 60 million. Victor, thank you. You have been incredible and we appreciate you. Nathan Noble, we sent him on a development plan to change him from a centre forward to a striker. He has now completed that transformation and he is up to a 74 rated. Feeling very good about this kid. I think he's going to be a really, really good squad player. And before the episode is up, we have to replace Cyankov, and I had one player in mind. Karim Adeyemi, the German, left Dortmund, has gone to France to play for AS Monaco, who you can see there are second in the league. But I just think this kid is special. He's 24 years old, can play striker or right mid, so in my eyes he could play left mid as well. He's left-footed, so he'll just slot straight into that left cam spot. I think this guy is the perfect replacement for Cyankov. Nay, I think he is an incredible upgrade to Cyankov. But Obviously, a star like this will not come cheap, and we end up breaking the bank, setting a transfer record in this career mode. I think it was just over £70 million we end up spending. We give him a big contract, I think a 4-year deal. It gets that crucial role, which means we complete that objective of signing 2 crucial players to the side. So that's another objective done. And we have a record transfer fee at Nottingham Forest. Karim Adeyemi, the £70 million German, is on his way to the City ground. Man, what a signing this is. Look, we'd been kind of low key with our signings, picking players up from the free transfer market, signing a player here or there. Isaac, we spent a lot of money on, but we also sent Reece Nelson the other way. There's no player swap in this. This is just a straight £70 million fee. And what a statement, we are here to compete. We lose Maguire, Bella Kotchap, and Syankov. We replace them with John Stones, Mohamed Simikan, and Karim Adeyemi. Tell me that is not a glow up. We are here to compete. We are here to push for the Premier League title. I think we can do it this year with the squad we have now. These attacking players, the defence is statistically already the best defence we have had this career mode, and we've just upgraded it. I'm feeling good. £72 million for Karim Adeyemi, the 24-year-old, is going to go straight in to the side. He will take Victor's number 14 shirt and take that cam slot. Well, that'll be it for today's episode as we run through the transfers from this incredible January transfer window. I hope you enjoyed episode 66, and let me know in the comments, do you think we're going to win the league with this side now, and who has been your favourite transfer that we've brought in? I'll catch you in episode 67 very soon. Peace.